Yo guys, welcome to Ashton Fitness. Today I'm going to show you how to bent arm straddle planche. The bent arm straddle planche is an advanced calisthenics skill that requires a great deal of chest, shoulder and core strength to achieve. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the most effective way to achieve the bent arm straddle planche, plus all the best bent arm straddle planche progressions you need to learn it as quickly and efficiently as possible. Remember to subscribe and turn on post notifications if you want to see more tutorials like this one, and share it on Facebook, Twitter or whatever your favorite social media platform is so that your friends can learn how to bent arm straddle planche too. To perform the bent arm straddle planche, start with your hands and knees on the ground and turn your hands out at about a 45-degree angle. Next, lower yourself down until your elbows are in line with your hips and tuck your arms into your torso. Once you're in this position, engage your core, lean forward and shift your weight forward onto your chest and shoulders. Keeping your weight on your chest and shoulders, slowly lift your knees off the ground and extend your legs into the bent arm planche position. If you're performing the bent arm straddle planche on low parallettes, then the same technique also applies. If you want to perform the bent arm straddle planche on high parallettes, then the initial setup is slightly different. Rather than starting with your hands and knees on the ground, start with your knees tucked. Engage your core, tuck your arms in, lean forward and lower your upper body with control until it's parallel with the floor. Once you're in the tucked bent arm planche position, lean forward and extend your legs to complete the movement. It's slightly harder to perform the bent arm straddle planche on high parallettes as the initial setup takes more strength and endurance to achieve. Therefore, if you're new to the bent arm straddle planche, then you'll probably find it easiest to perform it on the floor or on low parallettes. As the bent arm straddle planche is a pretty challenging calisthenics skill, there are a few tips you can use to make it easier to achieve. The first tip to achieving the bent arm straddle planche is to tuck your arms into your torso. Tucking your arms into your torso as you set up for the bent arm straddle planche will help you to hold it easier and longer. This is because A, it allows you to engage your chest and shoulders more, and B, because it helps lock your upper body into place while you hold the position. Having your arms too far away from your torso will make it much harder to hold the bent arm straddle planche, so keep them tucked in to make it as easy as possible. The second tip is to place your hands at a 45-degree angle if you're performing the bent arm straddle planche on the floor. Placing your hands at a 45-degree angle will make it easier to lean forward when you shift your weight onto your chest and shoulders during the setup for the bent arm straddle planche. If your hands are facing forward, you'll find it much harder to lean forward because it requires a lot more wrist flexibility and strength to do so with this kind of hand positioning. Therefore, turn your wrists outward at about a 45-degree angle before you begin the movement to make it easier to perform the bent arm straddle planche. Of course, if you're doing the bent arm straddle planche on parallettes, then your hands will already be turned outwards due to their positioning on the bar. Again, this will allow you to lean forward more so that you can hold the bent arm straddle planche with greater ease. The third tip to mastering the bent arm straddle planche is to lean forward. Leaning forward will distribute your weight in a way that makes it easier to hold the bent arm straddle planche. So as you enter the bent arm straddle planche position, remember to actively think about leaning forward. Ideally, you want to lean so far forward that your hands end up by your waist. This is the optimal position for the bent arm straddle planche, and it will allow you to hold the position easier. The fourth tip to unlocking the bent arm straddle planche is to lift your chest and raise your legs using your glutes as you transition into the bent arm straddle planche position. Lifting your chest is important because it helps to straighten your bent arm straddle planche as you raise your legs into position. If you don't lift your chest, then you'll develop a forward tilt that will cause you to lose the horizontal position your body should be in during the bent arm straddle planche. Lifting your chest will place a lot more tension on your chest muscles, so it's important to strengthen your chest in the right way to prepare them for this intense skill. I've included a bunch of bent arm straddle planche progressions at the end of the video, so make sure you keep watching until the end so that you can learn exactly how to strengthen your chest in preparation for this skill. Bonus tip! Always remember to engage your core before and during the execution of the bent arm straddle planche to help you maintain a straight line and avoid injury. When you raise your legs, squeeze your glutes to lock yourself into position and straighten yourself out. Make sure that you raise them in line with your torso to perform the bent arm planche with proper form. Don't hold the position with your legs below the line of your torso, as this will put a lot of pressure on your back and it will increase the chance of injury. If you can't hold your legs in line with your torso, then go back and build up your strength with the progression shown at the end of the video. The fifth and final tip to mastering the bent arm straddle planche is to push down as you hold the position. If you're holding the bent arm straddle planche on the ground or parallettes, actively push your hands down into the ground or parallettes to give yourself extra elevation. Not only will this make your bent arm straddle planche look cleaner and more impressive, but it will also help you to engage your chest and shoulders more. This will help you to build strength, size and endurance in your chest and shoulders so that you can hold the bent arm straddle planche easier and make gains with this awesome skill. Now, to help you learn the bent arm straddle planche as quickly as possible, here are some of my favourite bent arm straddle planche progressions. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know which tip you found most useful in the comments below and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this one. This has been Ashton with Ashton Fitness. Now go do that bent arm planche.